Hi, I'm Robert from ArangoDB, working at the Oasis team as a software cloud architect. I want to show you in this lunch break presentation something about Oasis. I have some demo in mind. So we are going to give you an introduction to Oasis, how to create a deployment, how to connect, and how to view the metrics. ArangoDB Oasis is a fully managed platform which runs an ArangoDB cluster for you. It's fully managed, so we will monitor it for you. We will make updates. You can specify backup policies. You can scale out, scale up. It's fully programmable. So there are open APIs with 100% coverage of the functionality. We run on the three major cloud platforms, AWS, Google, and Azure. And it's very flexible, and you can start with a free-to-try offering. But it's demo time. Let's create our deployment. Let's open up the browser. This is this start form. I'm going to log in. I already signed up, so I only have to log in this time. I already created my first project, but let's create another one. So the structure is that there is an organization. Inside the organization, there can be multiple projects, and in a project, there is a deployment. And the deployment is an ArangoDB cluster. So making a project is as simple as typing a name, hit create. We are automatically transferred to the project, and we can see that there are no deployments running at the moment in this project. Hitting new deployment. Creating a name. Then we have to select a location. First, which provider we want to use. For example, Azure. However, you can select AWS or Google as well. If you are in Azure, you can select the region. Only the available regions for Azure are shown in the drop-down. Let's pick the Netherlands. You can select a database version. By default, we select a stable version for you, but if you want to upgrade or downgrade to other versions, it's up to you. You can select if you want to have a one shard or sharded. For that, other demos are available. Here you can select the memory you want to use, the disk size you want. By the way, you can always scale the memory up and down. However, the disk size you can scale up, but currently we cannot scale down. You can select a support plan for one shard. You already have always have three servers running, certain nodes, and for the sharded, you can select the number of nodes you want. So let's go for the sharded, accepting the terms and conditions. and then press create. Now you have to wait for a few minutes, because now inside the Azure portal, the Azure environment and deployment will be created. But let's not wait until the deployment is completely ready. I already created another deployment. Here you can see that this one is still bootstrapping. I have another project created where I created a test deployment. Let's see. So created 2 hours ago. So if the deployment has been created, of course you can log on to it. Let's first copy the root password, then click on the endpoint, type root, fill out the password, and we are logging in. Now we are inside the deployment. So you can see it is fairly easy to do. By default, the database is empty. So if we are going to see, there are no databases, there are no collections. We have created several example databases, which you can install in the examples tab. You can install the fraud detection, the movie, or the e-commerce. Simply hit install, wait a few moments, and inside your deployment, a database will be created. So you can see it is currently installing, and it will be created with a random database name. So you can even install multiple if you want. And when it is installed, you can uninstall it as well, and then the database will be removed for you. Now you can see that there is a database. If we switch to that database, we can view the collections. All right, let's switch to the metrics part. So what you can do as well is creating backups. But I will not go into details of that. So the metrics is an endpoint for seeing how your deployment is doing. What you need to do is first you need to create a metrics token. Then you will get a token which you need to copy. I created a scratch pad already. I can capture it because you will only see it once. And then we are going to connect Prometheus. The step is fairly easy. You have to copy some code, paste it into an editor. Then we need the identifier we got. The URL will be filled out automatically. We save this in a Prometheus YAML file. Then the next step will be to run Prometheus itself. So this is the configuration of Prometheus. Normally you can run this command out of the box. However, Prometheus is already in use on my system. So let's make it Prometheus 2. Open up an environment where I can start Docker. Docker is running with Prometheus. The next step is Grafana. Grafana connects to Prometheus. So here we have a Docker run as well. We have to align that with the different name we used. So Grafana is running on my system as well. With Docker PS, we can now see that there is a Prometheus 2 and a Grafana running. And then we have to go to localhost 3000. That's the port opened up automatically, which we do not recommend in production to open it up completely. But for test purposes, it is fine. And if you are running locally, it's fine as well. The default username is admin and the default password is admin as well. Do not want to skipping the new password. Then we need to go to data sources. Sorry. So at the data source, and we need to copy in this localhost 9090. So add a data source and Prometheus data source. Then the URL, which we copy from the website, and test. All right, that's working. The next step is to install a dashboard. So at the dashboard, the dashboard can be downloaded here. So this main.json file is the one you need. I already downloaded that and put it on my disk. Import, upload a JSON file. Here is the main.json. Then click import. And we are connected. We just started Prometheus, so it only scraped for a few moments, so you have to wait a little longer before you see real valuable matrices. But I think this is a very good starting point. You can see the number of threads, the request, which requests are made, gets. If you are running slow queries, the number of queries executed. You can see all your instances. So that's how you can connect very easily with Prometheus and showing it in Grafana. Another nice thing to mention is that we have a connecting drivers button here, and if you click that, you can select a language and you get a snippet how to connect and how to set up your connection. So as a programmer, this is very valuable information. All right, let me see where slide deck is. So that was the demo. And then thanks for listening. Please try Oasis, 40 days free. You can reach out to us. There's an ArangoDB.com and cloud.arangodb.com. And there's a request help link on the top, and you will be automatically connected to the Arango team. That's it. Have a nice day.